Dear military leaders, I honestly admit that in our entire war against the corona pandemic, there is one very important issue which has been bothering me for quite a long time. If from the beginning of the pandemic we use a very militarized language, speaking of being at the front line and defending against a violent attack, which in my civilian understanding is the equivalent of a biological weapon, why is the army completely invisible in our defense operations? Could it be that biological weapons, which you were shouting about in many countries for a long time, were no longer on the list of alleged military threats? If not, why not? But the answer is yes. Where are all our strategic reserves? What about inventory of protective and medical equipment in case of a biological attack? What about necessary training for all essential services? And perhaps most importantly, what were your strategic assumptions and recommendations for society and economic management under a biological attack? Or maybe there were no such plans at all. Certainly, their potential absence was visibly demonstrated by the chaotic responses from the vast majority of governments during the current pandemic. This time we've been lucky to avoid some potentially much worse consequences. But what about next time? Should we depend much more on your military capacity than just on our good luck or political will? You say you spend our great money in times of peace to save our priceless lives in times of war. So is it because of your absence that we are not winning the war against the coronavirus quickly enough and cheaply enough? And I'm counting both human and economic lives.